Alright, so this podcast is going to go over the extract tool. And what the extract tool does is it's a way of taking part of a unified object and ripping it off so it can be its own separate object. And this is definitely useful if you have a part of an object that you want separated, or if you accidentally built stuff all as one piece and you decide later, hey, I want it in separate pieces. So, right here I have this table where I modeled the legs into the tabletop all as one piece, and that's generally not something that you want to do, especially since typically this table will be wood right here and these legs will be metal. As far as a modeling standpoint, it just led to like having to put in more holding edges than I needed, and I just ended up with like a higher poly count than I should have typically have for something like this. Going into texturing and shading wise, it's going to be a pain in the butt to texture UV this, because you're going to have to UV it all as one piece instead of being able to just quickly UV the tabletop and then UVing one of the legs right here and transferring it to the other three legs. And then when you get into actual material and shading, then you're going to have to go in there and come up with a shader that does both wood and metal, selecting certain faces instead of just being able to drop a wood texture right here and a metal texture right there. So, as far as the extract tool, the extract tool is located in Mesh, Extract. And let's go ahead and hit the option button. Alright, so as you can see right here, Extract doesn't really have that many options. There's Separate Extracted Face, which typically you just want to leave that on. And then there's Offset. So, let's go right here, and I'm going to go into my side view, and I'm just going to select these legs, faces. Select the legs and then hit apply. As you can see, this little arrow right here appears. Don't really mess with it. It can lead to some wonky stuff, like as you can see right here. Just Z back and then go back to object mode. And in perspective, as you can see, our legs are separate. Now there is one thing to keep in mind. When I separate it, it did yank it off of there. So where it actually separated at, there is like an empty hole there. So if that messes with your modeling workflow, you may need to fill that hole. So something to be conscientious about. Alright, let me see back. Alright, so now we did that. And let's go to side mode again, side view. And let's go select these faces again, and let's show you what offset does. Mesh, extract, offset. So what offset does is, I'm going to go ahead and type in a 0.1 right here and hit apply. It does exactly what it says. It offsets it off of the object. So there's a little gap between it right here. So that's pretty much it. That's extract tool. Take care.